don't hide and we don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud. Shining light on the left shady crowd. Oreo Express, rolling down the track, exposing the lies, ain't no turning back. Conservative fire, we're speaking it true. At Oreo Express, this one's for you. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll, let's go. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express.
Celebrate our newest launch, Rev 7. I'm bringing you an amazing introductory offer, plus an exclusive overstock sale that you're not going to want to miss. Rev 7 is our premium energy drink that tastes great and gives you energy all day with no jitters and no crashes. That's because there's no sugar and no caffeine. I'm so sure you're going to love Rev 7 that for a limited time you can try our 3-pack absolutely free. Or check out our Percale bed sheets. I can't believe I'm even going to say this. Every color, every style, every size, only $29.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 20% on our Rev 7 12-packs or try our introductory 3-pack absolutely free. And our Percale bed sheets, all sizes, only $29.88, even the queens and kings. Inventory is extremely limited, so order now.
That's right, folks. Order now. Christmas is coming. Head over to mypillow.com. Look, come on, camera. Come on, camera. Get into focus here. Welcome back, guys. Happy Wednesday, October 22nd. We're moving right along. Pretty soon it'll be Thanksgiving. Before we know it, then it'll be Christmas. Oh, where does time go? Where does time go? I guess we got to enjoy it while we can. Thank you guys for all tuning in. And don't forget, head over to mypillow.com. Definitely use promo code Oreo. We appreciate it. It helps out our platform as well as a great America First company and MyPillow, guys. Thank you for tuning in, though. We appreciate y'all. We're getting all you guys jumping in. Let me say hi to some of the folks in the chat. Let's see. We got JH Candy Bar. Smith & Wesson 9mm says, it's not cold enough. We need more ice. What's up, Cliff? Pixie, Trina, JH Candy Bar, Lycopodium. Darla Miller says, happy Trump Day. Let's see. We'll skip the real woman. Becky Boo. Trina. Then we got, let's see who else coming down here. Way at the top right now. Texas Bigfoot, Nola in the house, Newfie Guy, Sleuthy TV, hello, Hunter, and then I'm still going down. There's a lot of chatting today. K Texas says, always here, but just less chatty. Have a great show. I was a little worried, K Tex. I thought they deported him. I thought they deported the wrong one. So welcome to the show, guys. Let's see. Appreciate you. And let me go over these. Carrie's Musings, Carol Burton, Darlene. Hello, Yoya. Sino. All you other folks, Bookworm jumping in there. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you. Again, we can't do it without your likes, shares, and subscriptions. So, jump on there, hit that like button, share this out, guys. We're going to be talking about some of the rates from yesterday that we showed you at the end of yesterday's show. The calls for violence, also the government shutdown. Democrats have been admitting that people are going to suffer. And unfortunately, Democrat priorities are not the American citizens. We watched that when they had the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and they opened up our borders. They let Americans be homeless while they put illegal aliens in 5-star hotels. and nothing's changed. They haven't realized yet that maybe that's why they lost. So we're going to get into all that and more. And then I got a surprise for you. So last night I told you guys we were going to church, and I had to take the tear gas canister from Portland, one of the souvenirs. Big Mike Miguelito's been asking for one, and we were able to pick one up. We also got this Stinger 60 ball casing right here. Look at that bad boy. Imagine that projectile coming at you. I'm glad it didn't hit me. But I gave him that, and then he gave us a donation for our next raffle. So if you guys want to get in, you know what to do. Check this one out. This is lacrosse, very similar to the one we have here in the Oreo Army. Check that out, guys. Big shout out to Big Mike. We appreciate him. This is perfect timing because we're getting into, again, it is, why does it keep doing that? It is the 22nd, so we're going to get some bills paid on time this month, thanks to you guys getting us caught up a few weeks ago, and we might actually get the bills paid on time. That will be epic. So we got the first of the month coming up. If you guys want to jump into the raffle, every $10 donation gets you one entry. If you do $30, that's 3 entries. We have Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $Oreo Army, GiveSendGo.com/Oreo 2024. And as always, we have our Zelle. If you want to go to our Zelle link, it's actually on our website at theoreoexpress.com. And when you go to theoreoexpress.com, there's a donate now button. Click that. And so hop on in. It's going to be a 1 week to get in. 1 week to get in. The sooner, the better. The sooner, the better. And once again, thanks again to Big Mike. Thanks again to Big Mike. We love Big Mike. He's been on the road with us numerous times, and he's an absolute patriot. We were actually talking yesterday. He was watching our coverage when we were down in Portland, and he said the same thing. It's a little different than before. It's not like when we were down there in 2018. He drove down. If you guys remember, Big Mike was in the battle bus that made the news. We had some local patriots, a group of local patriots that had a battle bus. It was an older bus. I think it was painted all black. It had protection on the outside of the windows. And they drove, I think it took them 16 hours to get there because they had an issue, I think, with a fan belt on the way there. And they pulled into downtown Portland and just started getting attacked. I think we were about 2 miles away when this happened. We were already done. They were leaving one of the big protests. This is the war between the Proud Boys and Antifa. And Antifa started busting out the windows, or kicking out the windows on the bus, though, to the areas that didn't have protection. And they were able, if you remember, one of the guys on that bus had a baton and was cracking Antifa over the head. It was absolutely beautiful. But he was talking about that, and because he was up on that bus in 2018, I think it was, and he goes, yeah, it's just a little different. And so how about that, Nola? I had the mic turned around. Thank you for that heads up. But it was, anyways, big shout out to Mike for that. I seen this video. I just want to show you guys, not that big of a deal. I mean, it's California. This stuff happens all the time. But this says, watch, a San Francisco restaurant owner survives a knife attack after asking a woman to leave over suspected drug activity, and the confrontation quickly turns violent. Like how this woman that did this attack on this restaurant owner made it away alive, I don't know. I'm looking around. I'm sorry. If it's me or you, you're going down. I'm going to protect myself. I know in California, protecting myself, I'll probably be locked up 15 to 20 years. But take a look at this video. That dude is more than patient right there. Hats off to him. I think he was just worried. He's like, oh shit, this lady's black. I'm going to be called a racist. They're going to shut down my shop. I'll just let her stab me a few times. I'll be the victim. Yeah, 40 ask, are people allowed to carry in California? Some areas you are much more friendly. I live in Fresno County, which is probably the most friendliest where you have to, if you want to carry, you have to apply for a permit. Your Second Amendment only comes with permission from the government. Kind of like our First Amendment under Joe Biden. But Fresno County, I would say 75 to 80% of my friends concealed carry in Fresno. And you go to others, I think it's the San Francisco area. Was that where this is? The San Francisco, yeah. San Francisco, I believe a small amount. I'm gonna look at this for you. Because I believe there's a lawsuit against San Francisco, like only less than 5% of people that apply for concealed carry weapons permit, they're called CCWs, actually get approved, and it's much higher where I live. Let me see. I'm going to see what Grok tells me. No, San Francisco does not issue mini carry weapons permits. Under California's rarely approved civilian CCW applications requiring applicants to prove a special need for self-defense. Example was judges, our jewelers facing targeted stretch. Check this out. From 2012 to 2021, San Francisco just issued 11 permits to civilian. That's according to the California Department of Justice website. Ooh. That made it the lowest issuing county in California over the decade, far below even other urban Democrat-leaning areas like Los Angeles County, who only issued 424 permits as of 2019. There was something, gosh, we had the Bruin changes. I think that was in 2022, where Bruin went to the Supreme Court and it validated the good cause. You don't need a good cause. When you go to apply for and this, you can do this in Fresno, when you go to apply for a CCW and they ask you the reason, you just say it's my Second Amendment right. You don't need no other reason. And all these other left-leaning areas would have you say, well, I'm threatened this. I carry a lot of money because I do the bank deposits for my work. I'm a jeweler. It says Bruin invalidated the good cause rule, leading to a surge in applications statewide from a few to year to hundreds in many counties. San Francisco received 118 applications from June 2022 to early 2023, still low compared to neighboring counties like Contra Costa County or San Mateo County. Despite this, issuance remains minimal. As of early 24, San Francisco had only approved 3 new permits since Bruin. So in the whole, San Francisco's huge. As of right now, they only have 639 active permits. That is crazy. That is crazy. They want you to be walking ducks. They just want, it's crazy. And how about this? Last night, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I got the window open. It's starting to rain here. I can hear the rain hitting down. So we're getting a little water here in the Central Valley. We need it. We need it. I told you after we had that last storm, it's going to be a wet winter. I just have a feeling we had a very, very mild summer. It was disappointing. We have a pool. Those of you that know, I don't get into the pool unless that pool's like 75 degrees. I don't like cold water. I will never do one of those cold water plunges. Those people are absolutely insane. You couldn't, if you said, I'll give you $50,000 to do that, I would say, give it to someone else. But the rain, I can hear it coming down right now, and we need it. I think we're going to have a really wet winter. And watch, I'm going to be correct. I'm better than the weatherman most of the time. Better than First Amendment media Matt. That's for damn sure. He's always wrong. So last night when I got home from church, I was checking the news and I seen that a man had drove a vehicle into the White House entrance at 10:37 p.m. He was obviously arrested. I don't know if we have a whole lot, but I do want to just show you this Fox News clip.
In Washington, a car has now rammed a barricade outside the White House, and the driver has been arrested. Now, the Secret Service is saying it happened about an hour ago. So an individual drove his vehicle into the White House security gate, right? That's where the Secret Service is over there set up. That's on 17th and East Streets Northwest. The suspect was taken into custody. We do not yet know if this was deliberate, if it was an accident. Seems like an unlikely accident, but we haven't gotten word of that. The vehicle was deemed safe. In other words, no explosives or anything like that. No word yet on injuries. We will keep you updated as we get more information.
Man, that seems to be happening more and more. These people. And then sometimes they're just, I mean, maybe they're not whack jobs. Maybe they know more than we do, right? But sometimes, like, you had somebody not too long ago that jumped over the fence of the White House. And then when they got caught, I just want to tell President Trump something. He needs to know something. It's crazy. Some people, I watched a video. I don't think I have it now, but these people, I guess you'd call them stalkers. They're fans of, like, people in Hollywood. I think it was a video I seen over the weekend of Keanu Reeves leaving an event, and he had his security all around him. And this lady was like trying to stop the car, jump in it, trying to open the door. And I'm like, holy heck, people, get a hold of yourself, damn it. What's the next one we got coming up? Let me refresh it here. Oh, this is, see if this was some outside video showing you that. They did say they cleared the car last night and that was it. And they took the person into custody. We've actually taken you to that exact spot many times on live streams while we're live streaming in DC. And I'm glad we're not live streaming in DC right now. But, you know, most of you guys will probably be not surprised, but I think this will make RW. RW is actually thinking about moving to California after this next story. Scott Wiener. You know, this one, the groomer. This one right here. Scott Wiener has announced that he is running or has entered his bid for, guess what? In Nancy Pelosi's district. Hold on. This popped off again. I hate when this happens. We are on the road to get a new computer. I won't tell you everything right now, but we're going to work on it. Yeah, it says California Senator Scott Wiener announces bid for Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco seat. And when I seen this, I was like, damn, you know, there is nothing good about this guy. And to be honest with you, like, people say, well, how does he get elected? You know what? There's actually some privilege when, like, you're in the San Francisco area and places like that. There is privilege. If he was a a black straight man with the exact same policies, pro indoctrination of children, pro inappropriate material in school, and it was a black straight guy, that black straight guy would never get what a white gay male gets in the San Francisco area. This one says it's official. California State Senator Scott Wiener, who has risen to national infamy by championing laws that penalize parents for not transitioning their kids, make it legal to knowingly give someone HIV, and allow unlimited construction in residential areas, is it says is running for Congress. I don't know, guys. Right off the top of my head, I'm gonna say dude's gonna win. Dude's gonna win. Can we just get, and I've always said this before, and I've changed my stance a little. There's times where I refuse to vote for the lesser of two evils. I just stay out of it. You know what? With good conscience, I can't vote for the lesser of two evils. That's what I told everybody about Rep. David Valadao down south. I was like, people are like, oh, we're knocking doors for David Valadao. I had people in the GOP very upset with me. I spoke against him numerous times. He's open borders. He voted to impeach Trump. Well, it's better than the alternative. Not really. I know what I'm going to get with the alternative. But at least here in this district, if we could just get a moderate Republican, just a moderate Republican, and I'm not talking about a Republican that bends their back, but somebody that can do something for that district, that would be excellent. So we still have the government shutdown going on, as you guys know. And the things that they've been asking for, they actually got called out a little for it today. I'm going to just show you some of this and how shameful it
They're
is.
sacrificing.
Democrats are admitting now of all the hurt they're causing. It looks like SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, which is food stamps, most of us remember it as, that could be running dry in about 2 weeks. Now, I think that would be interesting to see. I don't want people to run out of food. I don't. There's a lot of people that game the system, but there's also a lot of people that need that. And I don't want families. I don't want children going hungry. I don't want anything like that. I know that's what the Democrats are hoping for, so they can get angry and then they'll blame Trump. Listen to this. Just the things that they're
Head Start right down your street to produce Iraq. They're sacrificing Head Start right down your street to produce Iraq Sesame Street. So they'd rather spend money on Iraqi Sesame Street than fund your Head Start programs. But President Trump is, the bad guy for putting America first. Scratch your head on that one. They're risking the safety of American skies for LGBTQI programs in the Balkans, right? Putting the Balkans over the safety of our skies. They're jeopardizing millions of paychecks to Americans to support woke programs in Honduras, Zimbabwe, Mexico, Venezuela, and Lebanon. Okay. I don't know about you, but I think that is absolutely shameful. Let me be clear. A shutdown should never be used as leverage for more wasteful spending.
I agree. And we have the first entry that I've been notified of in our raffle. Janice is in for one entry. Thank you, Janice. Appreciate you. That is, if you guys haven't seen, I get emails. Do you think you're going to get another cross? And he's been busy building them. He also donates them to other things for good causes. And then he, but there it is. Janice is in for one entry on Venmo. Thank you, Janice. Look at that one. Just great work, man. I love it. I love it. I think I would love, depending on how Rachel wants to move some stuff around in the living room. I think I'd want another big one like this to put above my fireplace. But we'll see. We'll see. So that's what Democrats are doing, guys. I think it's absolutely wrong. Again, it goes to what we've seen for quite a while, but it came very apparent over the last 4 years under the Biden administration. American citizens can go kick rocks. They don't care about your family. They don't care about anything. They didn't care about the prices going up under Joe Biden. When we were doing coverage in 2023 about the polls that parents were giving up food on their tables to buy their kid back to school supplies, Democrats didn't talk about it. Inflation 10%. You get coffee, your cup of coffee goes up 4 cents, and it's the end of the world under Trump. It's ridiculous. How about this? Speaker Mike Johnson went off on Democrats for doing nothing for 9 months. I want you to listen to this. I thought it was beautiful.
A couple other things sort of related to that. They have made.
Again, I'm not a big fan of Speaker Mike Johnson. I think he says some intelligent things. I think he's getting a little spine under Trump, but still not the leader, the speaker we need. But listen to this.
And we passed a clean, nonpartisan CR to keep the government open for the people. Now look on the other side of that figurative split screen, as demonstrated here. The lights are out. It's all dark. Why? Because what the Democrats have accomplished in 9.5 months is a government shutdown. A couple other things sort of related to that. They have made a lot of TikTok videos. We'll give them credit for that. They've also assaulted law enforcement officers. One of them's on trial for that.
I love that. They've also assaulted law enforcement, talking about the New Jersey, the insurrection on the New Jersey ICE facility.
Openly embraced and rallied with communists and socialists, most recently across the country on Saturday. They voted to raise taxes on millions of hardworking Americans at the worst possible time. They have voted against reducing fraud, waste, and abuse in government, and they have now voted collectively, Democrats in Congress have voted 12 times to keep the government closed down. But it doesn't stop there. The Democrat shutdown is a glaring example of just how far the Democratic Party has strayed from common sense. Remember the simple truth here. It was over a month ago now that we passed, the Republicans passed the clean, short-term continuing resolution. It's nonpartisan. No gimmicks, no tricks, no riders, no partisan Republican policy priorities added to that. It's 24 pages in length, as we've discussed so many times, and it is very, very simple. Why? Because it was a very simple good faith effort on our part to preserve our ability to keep negotiating on the full year funding bills. And of course, the other big issues facing the American people.
Simple. As you guys know, we've said it till we're blue in the face. Under President Biden, Joe Biden, he was 13 times Democrats and Republicans passed a continuing resolution. Now, there is something going on with healthcare. That is no surprise to anybody. The Democrats created government healthcare where they want you to subsidize other people's healthcare. That is going to expire at the end of the year. Doesn't have to be in this bill, but what they do need to do is pass this bill so they can work and fix what is so wrong. Democrats, they have a lot of lines in the sand. They want healthcare for illegal aliens. They want gender mutilation surgery for minors. And even if they're adults, my tax dollars could you imagine? I was thinking about this the other day. I go to my doctor and say, I identify as a bodybuilder. I want the best steroid you have. It's testosterone. I want the best steroid you have, and I know it's $5,800 a month for the good stuff, and I want the taxpayers to pay for it because I identify as a bodybuilder. Could you imagine that? I mean, we're getting to this point right now. I mean, That's toxic masculinity, right, to work out. So it probably wouldn't be good with the Democrat Party. But they are admitting that they are the ones shutting this down. I want you to listen to this one right here. This was on MSNBC. Senator Patty Murphy said she's worried about people not getting paid, but yet she voted to keep the government shut down. She's the one that continues to vote. What is it, 11 or 12 times now? They have voted to continue the shutdown, and they're digging themselves a grave because I don't think Trump's going to budge. I really don't. He's done everything he can to try to get people that aren't getting paychecks paid. Take a look at this.
You know, the longer this shutdown goes, the worse the impact. More missed paychecks, more people looking for lifelines like food banks. Those are already seeing increased demand, but it's likely to just get worse in the coming weeks because the agriculture secretary actually warned states in a letter recently, according to the New York Times, that the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, is likely to run out of money in about 2 weeks. I mean, you've talked about what that program meant to you and your family as a kid. What do you say to people that are feeling this pain now and knowing it might get worse?
Yeah. Allie, I am so worried about people who are not getting paid. I'm worried about the SNAP benefits. I'm worried about the fact.
Kind of ironic. You're worried about it, but you're the one that's causing it. Your party. There's a couple Democrats that are voting to reopen the government. And as things get worse, there's going to be more and more pressure. I think what's going to happen is you're going to get a couple Democrats right now who are really worried that it's looking them look really bad in their district. And it's going to be utilized against them when it comes to election time. Like, you know, the purple areas that are red and blue. You know, John Fetterman's already on board with passing it. He's voted to open up the government. He thinks it's stupid. He says it's a continuing resolution. This is what we always do. We just pass it and then we negotiate. But I think there's going to be some people that stray away, more people, like 2 or 3 more that stray away. I think we need, 5 more votes? And then the Democrat Party is going to be like, man, they're going to, don't do it. And they're going to say, I have to. If I want to win re-election again, I can't do what the party's doing. I need to do what my area is calling me to do because I need power. And in order to maintain power, I got to vote yes on this. And then I think that's what's going to push the Democrat Party into something. They'll make up some excuse. That's they didn't lose. Just absolutely insane. Oh, well, sorry you're not eating. Sorry this. How about this one? This was Swallowswell. Eric Swallowswell admits that Democrats are holding Americans hostage as leverage. Listen to this.
You are probably asking, what do Democrats need to...
What happened to the audio?
Probably asking, what do Democrats need to...
Hold on, let me see if I can fix that. It worked fine when I was previewing the show. Let me refresh that.
What do Democrats need to vote to open up Trump's government? Because the president has the White House, the Senate, and the House. They own all of this.
Listen to what he says, though.
We're probably asking, what do Democrats need to vote to open up Trump's government?
What do Democrats need to vote to open up Trump's government? He's calling it Trump's government. It's we the people's government. This is how Trump derangement syndrome hits a lot of people. Right there. What do Democrats need? Well, how about this? What does the American people need? What does the TSA agents that came out yesterday on MSNBC and told Democrats just pass the continuing resolution? Let us get paid. We're going to work. We're doing a job. No matter how you feel about TSA, they are going to work. They deserve to get paid. And, but Democrats once again. I love this. So right now, Democratic Senator Jeff Merkley is giving one of those marathon speeches on the Senate floor. And Democrats are all excited sharing this out. And you got to see this. Rapid Response 47 put "People don't watch you losers shout into the void." That's literally, I'm going to show you it right here. People don't watch you losers shout into the void. Quit the games and reopen the government so our air traffic controllers can get paid. You're embarrassing yourself. And look at, they highlight this. It says, watch live. Democrat Senator Jeff Merkley gives marathon speech on Senate floor. 98 people watching. And this is in response to Chuck Schumer 2 hours ago saying, this is incredible. Senator Jeff Merkley has been holding the Senate floor for the last 17 hours and counting in the fight to protect American families from Trump's reckless, corrupt administration. Do they not get it, guys? Do they not get it? It reminds me of those old school videos where they tell someone, don't touch that, it's hot, and they touch it and then their skin's coming off their hands. I just love how they said people don't want to watch you losers shout into the void. Like 98 people are watching that, Mr. Chucky. And here you are. Oh, it's Trump. And what Chuck show on the second show yesterday, I played the video of Chuck. What'd he say? He said, they asked him, a reporter asked him, Republicans said if we open up the government, they will go to the negotiating table and discuss this healthcare issue. Well, that's a partisan issue. And then Trump just took him to the cleaners, right? Oh, what do we got here? You're frozen. There we go. So we're going to follow up on that. We have another show today where I'm sure we'll give you some more updates on the shutdown and what's going on. But before we get into some of the ICE stuff that was going on, the raids, some of the people that were arrested down in New York, the call to violence. We've had 2 calls, major calls to violence over the last couple days saying, turn the guns on the ICE agents. It's getting scary out there. We do have a raffle going on. Now's the best time to get in, guys. Big Mike, Miguelito, some of you know him as Como Chingas in the chat, donated another cross for us for the Oreo Army. If you've wanted one, you've gotten in, or you haven't, this will also throw something else in with it. I always try to surprise. I don't know what. It might be a light up hat. Don't know. I can't speak yet because they're just not physically in my hand yet. But take a look at that. If you guys want an opportunity, it's absolutely beautiful. He works hard on these things, and we appreciate him donating. The way it works, when you donate this week for the next week, 7 days, we enter you. We take your name and we enter you in a drawing, and then live during the live stream, we use the wheel of names, a random picker, if you will. And if you win, we ship it out to you. You don't got to pay shipping. Your entry does everything for you. So if you guys want to get in and help us out, we're getting close. We want to get the first of the month bills paid before the 15th and 20th of the month of November. So that's what this money will go to. If you guys want to help out and you guys want to get in, you can donate. $10 gets you 1 entry. Every $10 increment gets you an entry. So if you do 30, that's 3 entries. You can go to Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $Oreo Army, GiveSendGo.com/Oreo 2024. And if you do Zelle, mobile or online banking, and you want to do a Zelle transfer, it is on our website. Our Zelle link is on our website. Our website is theoreoexpress.com, and you scroll down the homepage and there's a donate now button, and we appreciate all you. Again, Janice entered earlier for 1 entry. Thank you, Janice. It is appreciated, guys. I can't tell you what a blessing it is to be able to do this for you, and that you guys support us and have confidence and faith in us that we are doing the job. And so thank you. It is awesome. So yesterday we showed you at the end of yesterday's show that there was kind of some chaos going on. You had the guy that was, from what I'm understanding, an illegal alien that was a TikTok influencer, if you will. And he was out there, rammed an ICE vehicle in LA, shots fired. He was shot in the elbow. What did CNN say? Oh, gravely injured. He was shot in the elbow. He's perfectly fine. Like, they put a bandage on him to take him to the hospital. And then, of course, you had the protesters outside the hospital yesterday. There is no low for those people. And we're going to go through, show you some of this video that we showed you again yesterday, but it reflects into today's story. They went to Canal Street in New York, where there's a lot of illegal alien vendors breaking multiple laws. Let's just say, well, coming here illegally is not a crime. It really is. But if you're an illegal street vendor, you're not paying taxes. You know, once again, all these things add up. But this was not just, we're going to pick up street vendors. We're going to hear a little bit about this. This was actually targeted. They had done their research. They had knew who these street vendors were, and they literally targeted them. They had criminal history. The people that Trump promised to get off the streets, and of course, the city just went, not the city, but the leftists went insane. Watch these videos.
Public street, man.
Kind of amazing that these people have, do this. Again, we have a portion of a communist anti-American group with Trump derangement syndrome that want to destroy this country. And old Uncle Bill just gifted a subscription. Thank you, old Uncle Bill. And Julia said, Josh, ICE got ambushed in Chicago this morning. I will check that out once we get through some of the stories and see if we can cover some of that for you as well. So, Homeland Security, take a look at who they arrested, and it's kind of interesting. New York's Canal Street is safer. 9 illegal aliens arrested have a violent rap sheet, including robbery, burglary, domestic violence, assaulting law enforcement, counterfeiting, drug trafficking, drug possession, and forgery. Under President Donald Trump and Secretary Noem, criminal illegal aliens are not welcome in the United States. How about this one? Now, I believe this is the one, if you guys recognize, Nick Shirley was on the streets of New York in the Canal Street area. And we got a video. It's kind of interesting. I think it was this guy that went after Nick for being an American journalist. Those are that is the trash I don't want on the streets. Let's see what it says here. Mamda Ndoye. And I'm saying that, I'm butchering it. I don't speak whatever it is. A criminal illegal alien from Mali issued a final order of removal by an immigration judge in 2008, was previously arrested for crimes including assault, recklessly endangering, counterfeiting third degree, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, criminal sale of narcotics, possession of a controlled substance, possession of marijuana for sale, making false reports to law enforcement, and resisting arrest. So these are the people that Democrats want on your streets. They want in your neighborhood. Kaylee says, you can't fix stupid, can't quarantine it either. Kaylee, thank you so much, Kaylee, for the Rumble rant. We appreciate you. And you are also in for the raffle. Thank you so much. Think about that. These people are wanting ICE officers dead, calling them Nazis because they're pulling people like this off our streets. Good. How about this one? Muhammad Nadai, a criminal illegal alien from Senegal with previous arrests for domestic violence, robbery, receiving stolen property, burglary, fraudulent accosting, forgery, counterfeiting, and sale of a controlled substance, obstruction, and disorderly conduct. He entered the U.S. on a B-2 tourist visa that required him to depart in 1995. Guys, I don't know if you're good at math, but I'm just going to count by tens here. 95, 2005, 2015, 2025. 30 years. We need to fix the visa problem. People overstaying their visas. There was another one. Been arrested for counterfeiting. How about this one? Surjijin Diop, a criminal illegal alien from Senegal who entered the U.S. in April 2024 at the southwest border, was previously released into this guy, again, one of Biden's people. Again, these people, look at this one. Idi Sar, a criminal illegal alien from Senegal, issued a final order of removal by an immigration judge in 2010, folks, and previously arrested for obstruction, possession, forged instrument, counterfeit, failure to disclose origin of recording, drug possession, and criminal possession of a controlled substance with intent to sell. So these are why these people are so mad at ICE. Democrats want this guy on the street. Democrats want him. And I'm so happy the big, beautiful bill is funding ICE through their gills right now. 10,000 more ICE agents pretty soon. It's just insane. There's more. I mean, there was 9 of them. This guy came in a caravan in May 24th, 2023. Is this the one? Madu Meboop, a criminal illegal from previously assaulted Mexican law enforcement. He entered the U.S. in September 2023 in a caravan of 140 people at the southwest border and was released by the Biden administration. I want your family safe, whether you're a liberal, a Democrat, an independent, Republican. I want you to be able to go out on the streets and not have these people that should not be in our country assaulting. That's what I want. Oh, I missed this one earlier. I'm going to jump. We'll jump back and forth. You got ADD, so do I today. Listen to this one right here. This is Democrat Rep. Catherine Clark. Listen to what she said about the shutdown. I love that they're admitting these things.
I mean, shutdowns are terrible. And of course, there will be, families that are going to suffer. We take that responsibility very seriously. But it is one of the few leverage times we have.
One of the few leverage times. So they're using the American families as leverage. That's not me. That's Democrats. Now let me get back into this. Hold on. It's loading up again. It's loading up, folks. So Mamadou Nadoy, which is the guy on the top left, the one we showed you, was the one that went after Nick Shirley. This guy, and we're going to show you the video. He has a criminal record for assault, recklessly endangering, counterfeit in the third degree, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and then Democrats' favorite, criminal sale of narcotics, possessing a controlled substance. Now I want to show you this video right here. This was him when Nick Shirley was out on the streets of Canal Street. Take a look.
How much?
Yo, what's up? We don't do no fucking camera. Fuck the fucking camera.
Hey.
Keep fucking pushing.
Hey,
You heard?
hey,
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Hey,
Fuck
back
you
up,
with your
back
fucking
off,
camera.
back off.
I said, fuck you with your camera. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Who the fuck you work for, bitch ass nigga? Who the fuck you work for? Bitch, who you work for? Fuck you, nigga. You're in public. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, listen, you gonna get the fuck out of here.
Hey, back up.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You gonna get fucked up. I'm telling you,
Wait,
bro.
back up, back up.
Fucked up over here.
Back
Get
up,
the fuck
back
outta
up.
here.
Back up.
Get the fuck out of here. That's what y'all do, snitch ass motherfucker. Look at yourself in there.
Hey.
Take that shit somewhere else.
Hey, why
on, man.
are you mad at me?
Keep it pushing.
Why are you mad at me?
Take it over there somewhere else.
I am.
Yeah, you work for the fucking who you work for?
By myself.
All right, get out of here. With
Look,
that
I just bought some
camera.
Rolex.
That's right.
I just bought a
Fuck
Rolex.
you with the Rolex.
It's a
Fuck
fake
outta
one.
here.
It's a fake one.
It's a fake one. Go to the fucking store and get the real one. Get the fuck out of here with your cameras. Snitch ass motherfuckers. But what the fuck is y'all here for? This is how the fuck we eat. That's how the fuck we eat. So get the fuck out of here.
I'm leaving.
So get the fuck out of here.
Where you come from?
You get the fuck out of here. I come from your mother, bitch.
Really?
You, bitch.
No, you didn't.
Fuck out of here.
Why are you mad at us?
Don't fucking suck so
We can be here on the street. This is public street.
Yo, get the
We have the
fuck
First
outta
Amendment.
Here, nigga. This our block, you bitch ass nigga. Get the fuck
This is your
outta
block?
here. Yeah, motherfucker. So somebody spend this money.
I'm just going to say something. Doesn't it make you feel so good knowing this man's arrested and going to be deported out of this country? This country that he couldn't respect. He couldn't respect the rights, the rules, the laws. He didn't do good things for this country. He hates what this country stands for. Like, oh, go ICE. Finish this video really quick. Oh, man.
I can be here. I don't have anything to be worried about because I'm not doing anything illegally. You see what happens? People come in from other countries illegally. They get mad at you on the streets of the United States. Then they shouldn't be doing stuff illegally. Then they shouldn't be doing stuff illegally. Hey. Hey.
I will smash this bitch.
Hey.
And you will fucking lost it.
Hey. All right, we're out. See what happens? That's the problem. If you just can't let this go on, people need to start standing on business. These people are selling illegally on the streets of New York City.
So there's a lot of people there that should have been arrested. You should be able to go film. I mean, that's happened to us before. If you go to places where there's a lot of drug, try to record on what's that place in LA that they were throwing stuff at the cars when we went through there because we were recording. We had a camera. It's just insane. But that guy is now going to go home. Let's see what it's like in your country. Let's see you control the streets. Guess what? Whose streets? Your country's streets are now yours. Enjoy. It's just frustrating. And let's see. I'll look at that Sonya V78. I don't have it. We have a lot of stuff to get through. We're at 54 minutes. Let's see. This is Senator Mullen. Listen to him go off on the Democrats.
They can't rationalize job.
Take a listen to this.
By the way, Secret Service actually has a role in going after counterfeit merchandise, too, not much less that the individual themselves is illegal. They are federal fugitives. And if we're not a nation of laws, then we become a lawless nation. And I don't think anybody wants that. This is why the Democrats' popularity with the American people is at the lowest it's ever been, because they can't rationalize their position. They're more interested in protecting criminals than they are protecting law-abiding citizens in their own community.
Absolutely. They could care less about law-abiding citizens. They could care less about law-abiding citizens. It's just frustrating, guys. We see it all the time. Americans suffer. Democrats have the government shut down, hurting Americans. Also, they can, what? Promote stuff in other countries and give illegal aliens health care? That's what this boils down. That's what it boils down to. Republicans said, hey, open up the government, and we will talk about the Obamacare subsidy you guys want to pass. Just insane. Just insane. So yesterday, this was in Los Angeles. I was kind of listening to this in the background, what was going on. This person, this is a school teacher at an anti-ICE protest, warns federal agents they're not the only one with guns. This is all from Democrats' rhetoric. This person should be fired.
Don't forget where you're standing. This is South Central Los Angeles. They are not the only ones with guns in this city. They're not the only ones, and don't forget that. And I don't say that because we're calling for violence. I'm saying that because the people have every right to defend themselves against masked, unidentified gunmen with AR-15s and other military rifles. The people have every right to defend themselves.
Unidentified. Everybody's identified. I don't know if they can't read. Maybe as a teacher, he probably can't read. He's probably a freaking DEI hire, right? But when it says police on the front of their bulletproof vest, that should give you a sign. Crazy. Listen to ICE Director Todd Lyons. He explains this was all targeted. They have been watching these areas, watching the people. They knew who they wanted to go after. Take a listen to this, and it's not going to slow down. He says it's the arrests are going to increase, and that's what we need to see.
For the people in New York, they're going to see ICE and our other federal partners do the law enforcement mission, right? This wasn't something that just organically happened overnight. We decided to go hit Canal Street. With any criminal investigation, you have to build up intelligence. You have to work with sources. You have to go ahead and have the right evidence and work with the U.S. Attorney's Office. But you will see an increase in ICE arrests because there are so many criminally illegal aliens that have been released in New York specifically, and especially that are being harbored in, New York, from the lack of cooperation there in New York City. So you will see us making those criminal arrests to make New York safe again. But I will tell you that it's definitely intelligence driven. It's not random. We're just not pulling people off the street. There was a specific reason based on criminal intelligence and criminal activity that we showed up on Canal Street.
They should stay on Canal Street until every single one of those people are arrested. Just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So we see the people that are arrested, drug dealers, domestic violence, assault, battery, trafficking, narcotics, right? So what do you think Democrats want to do? What do you think Democrats want to do? Well, I'm going to show you what they're doing here in California. And you shouldn't be surprised. We said this about 9 weeks ago.
This with the mayor over the course of the next couple of weeks. The Oversight Committee will be launching on their website a master ICE tracker where we're going to be essentially tracking every single instance that we can verify that the community will be able to send us information on. I shared this.
Listen. This is civil war, folks. When you have a local or state government going against federal law enforcement, they better watch out. They're going to find out this right here is exactly what martial law was created for. Exactly what martial law was created for. And I'm pretty sure Trump is going to enact the Insurrection Act if this continues.
Mayor, over the course of the next couple of weeks, The Oversight Committee will be launching on their website a master ICE tracker where we're going to be essentially tracking every single instance that we can verify that the community will be able to send us information on. I shared this with the mayor.
Man, these alphabet activists. Let me look really quick and see the Chicago story. Let's see. Well, I see somebody saying it was an ambush, somebody who I don't. It goes for clicks. 'Probably just another day. $17 ago. Yeah, I'm seeing Chicago, and it's just the same stuff we've seen in New York and Los Angeles yesterday. Just more of the same. But yeah, I've just seen the same thing as that went on in. So I'll see if something new comes up by the next story. But we all talk about what I want you to listen to this. This was, I don't know who originally posted this, so I can't give credit, but this is in Portland. You guys know we were down there. You literally had Antifa and those people on the spectrum that just aren't all there blocking the streets. And again, we've talked about this. There is civil disobedience, and that's fine if people choose civil disobedience. But the thing with civil disobedience is at some point the police need to step in and stop it. Your First Amendment right does not give you the right to block traffic, to block the rights of people's free movement in this country. And that happens on a regular basis. I want you to listen to this Portland police officer here explain that they're not going to do anything, and it's their First Amendment right to block the street. Listen to this.
Allowing them to block the streets.
Yes.
So it's a delicate balance of people's First Amendment rights and then, allowing cars to move through. This is not a one-way situation. There are other ways to get people from McAdam off and on. So, as of right now, we're not going to enact anything to prevent people from being in the roadway while they're practicing their First Amendment right. We are asking them to not be in the street if they can. That may change, but as of right now, they're allowed to take up the street space because they're practicing their First Amendment right to protest. We don't want to infringe on that right when there's not a major issue of cars coming to hit them. This is not a major roadway right here, and people can get around them easily.
Okay.
And they're also having their own workers to help guide traffic out of the way.
So they have taken over Portland streets, and the police are not going to do anything. I'm sorry. I heard people that were even, when we were down in Portland, oh, they're not all bad people. That, when you talk to them off camera, well, guess what? They have an oath to the Constitution. They are allowing Portland to be destroyed, especially near the ICE facility. The people that live in that community are sick and tired of it. We talked to 4 or 5 of them outside the ICE facility that live in that neighborhood, some that had been assaulted by ICE or by Antifa and the rejects that are on the street. At what point is martial law necessary? Hopefully that they deploy the National Guard soon. Let me see. I want to see if I can find that one story that somebody was talking about. Where was it? Let's see. You know what? I'll do this first. So we know that we're not the only country facing an invasion. We're not the only country facing an invasion. A lot of countries are being invaded by a particular breed of people, and they're sexually assaulting, raping, and doing a lot of bad things. And the government are not standing up for the young girls being raped, but instead the quote asylum seekers. This was from Ireland, and this happened, I think, yesterday or the day before. So an Afghan person, somebody that came in and seeking asylum from Afghanistan, who was scheduled for deportation months ago, sexually assaulted a young Irish girl while living in luxury on the taxpayer dime, government funded. It's called a refugee center, where he is housed, fed, clothed, sheltered by the very people that the government is displacing. And people took to the streets and were pretty angry. Take a look at this right here. Ireland has been destroyed, like many other places, by the quote asylum seekers that are just there to destroy the country. I thought that was interesting. Let me see what this other one was really quick. Might not be. Better video of it. Former mayor of Fall River, Will Flanagan, was stabbed on a city sidewalk. A suspect, Corey Gonzalez, 31, was arrested after he was detained in connection. And this happens all the time. Take a look. Will Flanagan, 44, the former mayor of Fall River, was seriously injured after being reportedly stabbed in the neck on Monday around 5 p.m. The stabbing occurred near the 100 block of Hartwell Street in the city. Police and EMS responded immediately, finding Flanagan injuries. He was transported to the hospital and is in serious condition. Flanagan served as a mayor of Fall River from 2010 to 2014. The suspect is currently still at large. They have caught the suspect, so this was an original post. Ah, man. Prayers for that former mayor. Let's see. What else did we have here? See if there was anything left on Chicago really quick or anything new. Probably stuff to cover in the next show, but let's just see. I thought this was interesting. How they explain, excuse me, that where immigration comes from. It doesn't come from what branch of government, and how people always scream rights for illegal aliens.
But having their day in court is not a guarantee. The immigration court is convoluted. It does not fall under the country. A change to how immigration laws are enforced could mean anyone arrested will remain detained until they are deported. But some attorneys are now pushing back. This week, the federal government said in court that since July, more than 1,800 people have been arrested in the Chicago area. But having their day in court is not a guarantee. The immigration court is convoluted. It does not fall under the judicial branch. It falls under the executive branch. Separate from criminal court, a person's rights are much more limited. ABC 7 chief legal analyst Gil Sofer.
The proceedings in an immigration court, they're not criminal, they're civil. The question isn't whether someone has committed a crime. The question is whether they can be deported. And the rights are different.
Now, a new immigration court directive could keep people detained much longer before they're deported. In September, the Board of Immigration Appeals, the top administrative body which interprets and applies immigration laws, released a new decision. For the first time in American history, the court ruled immigration judges can no longer grant bond for undocumented immigrants who enter the U.S. without authorization, all but guaranteeing mandatory detention for those detained.
It is a monumental decision. It's a change in approach for sure.
DHS calling the ruling, quote, a big win for our ICE attorneys, securing our ability to detain illegal aliens until they are deported. But immigration advocates and attorneys say it's a total sea change.
It overturned decades of case law, of regulations and laws.
Judge Payton is a former assistant chief immigration judge who was fired by the Trump administration this past July. She says without cause. Now she's in private practice and says undocumented people seeking a bond hearing have to hire an attorney like her to file petitions in federal court outside of immigration court to try to get relief.
Demanding that the
Good. Again, these people scream about due process, due process. I'm sorry. If you come into this country illegally without due process, you can be deported lawfully without due process. Right? We talk about equality. We talk about all this stuff. And we need to support our law enforcement, support ICE. I mean, there's people calling for violence on that, and it is just insane what we are seeing. Do not forget, guys, if you haven't got in, I think we have 2 entries right now. I'll double check here in a minute. Get in on our raffle. We will be doing the raffle during a live stream. And if you guys want to get in, Mike Miguelito donated another cross. It is absolutely beautiful. Look at that work. And I know there's some people that really wanted one of these, and he was generous enough to give us one more. And we're coming up to the beginning of the month, so we're going to get some bills paid. But if you guys want to join in and get one of those crosses, all you got to do to enter is every donation of $10 gets you 1 entry. So if you do $30, that's 3 entries, $50, that's 5 entries. And we do the drawing live on our live stream, so you can all watch and see live. The way you can do it, our links are Venmo at OreoJosh, Cash App, $Oreo Army, GiveSendGo.com/Oreo 2024. And as well as our Zelle link, which will come right here. I see old Uncle Bill jumped in on Zelle. Thank you, old Uncle Bill. We appreciate you. Let's see if sometimes it takes some of these a while to jump in. And then we had Kaylee jump in on Rumble. So thank you guys. If you guys want to enter, the donation links are coming up on your board. We appreciate you. And we will see you in about 3.5 hours, 3 o'clock Pacific, and 6 o'clock Eastern for our next show covering what's going on today. God bless you all. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you shortly.
Well, hop aboard the Oreo Express, where truth don't hide and we don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud, shining light on the left shady crowd. Oreo Express, rolling down the track, exposing the lies, ain't no turning back. Conservative fire, we're speaking the truth. At Oreo Express, this one's for you. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll, let's go. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land.